It's Friday, and you know what that means. It means it's week 3 of the NBA Cup. It tips off tonight, and all 30 teams, they've played at least one game of group play. So just as a reminder, the NBA Cup, it's going to consist of 2 stages. You have the group play, and then you get to the knockout rounds. Now, only 8 teams will advance to the knockout rounds. The teams with the best standings in group games, each of the 6 groups, and then 2 wild cards. You got it? It's all right. It's okay. You got a little bit more time before you have to commit that to memory. Now, here's a look at the favorites to win each of their respective groups, right? You have the Raptors, you have the Magic, the Bucks. That's all in the East. And then in the West, you have the Oklahoma City Thunder, you have the Lakers, and the San Antonio Spurs. So we will have a clearer picture of what the Cup standings are going to look like tonight, because we got 9. That's right, Shanae, 9 total games. And you can see there's no better duo to break this down, this NBA Cup night, than Tim Legler, Shanae Agumike. Shanae, what are you watching tonight?
First of all, I'm so excited. Tim, let's go. Basketball nerds,
you know it's serious.
Unite.
I got the glasses on.
You know
it's serious.
All right, I have my eye on 2 teams that are trending upward in the Western Conference, the Portland Trailblazers and, of course, my Houston Rockets. And I'm going to focus on them, obviously, because right now they have the best offense in the NBA. And that's because sometimes their second shot is actually better than their first. Steven Adams, second chance points. That is their identity. One player right here who leads the NBA in offensive rebounds. That's Steven Adams. But now being able to take on the identity overall as the Houston Rockets. Look how they pursue the basketball. Everyone is active. They attack. Katie finds a lob. But right here, Şengün misses. Doesn't matter. They still pursue the basketball. Now you have options on the backside. All right, who's going to get the shot? I think they made a great decision here. Passing it to KD to knocks down the 3. This is the best offense in the NBA, and they do it the dirty way. You know what they call it? Perk, the dirty South for a reason. But KD, this is interesting. This is actually his lowest usage ever, only at 25%, but he's still giving you 50, 40, 90 from his shooting splits while averaging 24 points per game. H-Town, we don't have a problem.
You know why I love this one, too? If you want a guaranteed investment to watch 2 teams play hard for 2.5 hours, right now these 2 teams, because Portland has really caught my eye early and how hard they're competing. I'm going to look somewhere else. I'm looking at a revenge game, right? A rematch. We get these sometimes in the NBA back-to-back. I don't want to start by saying this. Wemby's next level of evolution is processing the situation and not being in such a rush to go. Be more comfortable squaring guys up and letting the traffic clear. And here's what I mean by that. So here you go, a little transition opportunity. 8 turnovers the other night, and we're going to talk about some of those and how we can avoid them. Now, he doesn't do a pretty good job right here of a processing. He thinks he could turn the corner right here on Podziemski, get to the rim. Okay, that's fine. Early catch, go, doesn't process anything. He gets cut off, no problem. Here's where the next part of his game has to come. You have now occupied 3 defenders for all intents and purposes. This ball has to come out now. It's going to make your life easier because now you'll get the weak side spacing. If that ball comes out of the traffic right now to the top, one of 2 things is going to happen. You're either going to get a closeout back by Buddy Hield, and you're going to attack this closeout. You're going to take on Jimmy Butler, and now there's going to be a shooter right here on the weak side of the floor. Or Jimmy Butler's going to go. Maybe both guys go. And now you're still going to have an opportunity for that basketball to come to the top and then to the weak side. Instead, watch how long he holds it. By the time he processes this, Sohan thinks he's shooting it, leads to a turnover. Now, this one to me is more important. This is the next area of growth for Wemby. They ran this play because they want an ISO on the side against a smaller defender. And this is winning time. It's a 4-point game in the 4th quarter. But take a look. He doesn't allow the traffic to clear. I mean, that's what Castle's trying to do. He's getting out of here. He's going to take this defender with him. And now on the weak side, you're going to get Champagny coming up, and you're going to have proper spacing to give him a one-on-one with the whole side of the floor. Watch how quickly he goes, though. He doesn't let the traffic clear. So now as he gets himself in this situation, you have literally 5 players within about 8 feet of each other. It's too congested. He wasn't patient. Leads to this. Off balance, throws the ball away. They go the other direction. Look, Shanae, this year, he has shown you more functional strength.
Yeah.
We wanted to see it. Play through contact. This is the next part. Turn, face, square up, let the traffic clear, process the situation.
But, Tim, between the Rockets and the Spurs, clearly my state of Texas, Malika, is on the rise.
Well, the ballers at the big board, I don't know that there's anyone better than you 2. Thank you very much. Let's stick in the Western Conference here. A developing story out of Los Angeles. We're following LeBron James. He practiced with the G League South Bay Lakers again on Thursday, and here is the big news. Everyone was waiting for this. He had no residual effects from Wednesday's practice. That was his first full-speed 5-on-5 since his sciatica diagnosis. Remember, that nerve pain on his right side. Since LeBron is getting closer and closer to joining the Lakers, let's check in with our senior writer, Dave McMenamin. Dave, what more can you tell us about LeBron's rehab with this G League team?
Yeah, Malika, as big as the news was on Wednesday that LeBron played 5-on-5 for the first time in nearly 6 months since the playoffs against Minnesota, Thursday was even bigger because he was able to get through the practice, I'm told by multiple sources, and he was a full participant. They did 5-on-5 drills. He was able to move without any lingering pain in his lower back or his right side. And obviously, you know, he is now in the mode of, if he continues to have this progression, he could get a practice with the Lakers on Monday when they return off this 5-game road trip. And then there's a game on Tuesday. I mean, we're in the timing now where we can be looking at the schedule next week and say, hey, that could be the game where we see LeBron James making his season debut, which will be making some history. The only player in league history to have played 23 seasons the moment he steps on the court to begin this season.
And could that history be made as soon as Tuesday against the Utah Jazz? That's a question that we're going to be following. And the Lakers, they need him back badly because they are coming off their worst game of the season against the Thunder on Wednesday. I don't even know if we can call them a game. That was a beatdown. So what's being said of tonight's NBA Cup game against the New Orleans Pelicans?
Yeah, it was a trouncing. And Jared Vanderbilt said it actually was easy to dismiss that one. He said the game tape, when you watch, when you lose by 30, you kind of just give in to it. And you recognize that there's a lot that needs to be done. And earlier in the season, the kind of Achilles heel for this Lakers team was the third quarter. But on this road trip, it's been the first quarter. They didn't look good from the very start against the Atlanta Hawks. And the same thing was against Oklahoma City Thunder. And DeAndre Ayton said, we need to play with the requisite force from the very beginning. Vando added that, hey, this is an NBA Cup game tonight. We performed well in the past. I don't know what it is about it, but we seem to bring our A game to these types of competitions. So look for an improved Lakers team to try to get back on track tonight in New Orleans.
Right, and this New Orleans team hasn't exactly been a juggernaut of the NBA so far this year. But again, these are the games that you really have to dial into because it's easy for them to fall into those trap games. Dave McMenamin, thank you so very much. You mentioned the Lakers schedule. Let's just take a look at it together. Yeah, it really eases up through the rest of November. Look at this. They have 7 games left. Only one of them is against a team that has a winning record. That's the final game of this road trip. That's this weekend against the Milwaukee Bucks. So Brian Windhorst is here. Kendrick Perkins is here. Kirk Sweater is joining us in studio as well today. Brian, I'm going to start with you here. The Lakers, what form of LeBron James do they need to come back to this team?
It would be amazing if they could get second-team All-NBA LeBron, but even if he's not that coming out of the gate, and I don't think we should expect that, the Lakers need a little bit of assistance, a little bit of margin for error. And the reason I say this, they're 8-4, which is great. Considering what they've gone through early in the season, to be 8-4 is tremendous. If you look at their defensive rankings, they're in the bottom 10. They're down there with the Charlotte Hornets, with the Utah Jazz, with a bunch of other losing teams. You look at their net rating, which is a little bit more complicated, but, you know, and definitely was affected by that blowout loss the other night. They're, again, down in the bottom 10. They have a net rating of a team that should have a losing record. And yet they're 8-4. That's great, but it also means that maybe they're cheating it a little bit. And yeah, their schedule eases up, but you can't continue to play this level of basketball and skate this close and think that you're going to continue to play this level of winning. That's why LeBron comes back. He brings margin for error. That is the entire thing he can do. It might take him a few weeks to get into that, but the Lakers have weathered this with it brilliantly with all the injuries, including to Luka and to Austin Reeves. They're in good position to bring LeBron back and then try to take off.
I mean, look, I believe, you know, once LeBron comes back, we know his IQ for the game of basketball is going to help any team, especially this Laker team, right? And I get the net ratings. You know, I don't get caught up in the numbers. I don't like to look at numbers and do all that. I don't even like to read, okay? But I do like to watch. And what I'm saying is that a lot of GMs voted Rob Pelinka as the worst GM in the league. Right on their GM poll or whatever.
I don't think they said it quite that way.
Well, you know, I got to be harsh.
They didn't love the offseason.
But what I will say is this.
You wake up on the wrong side of the bed today?
But what I will say is this. LeBron James has proven that he will buy into any role long as the results are winning. And when I look at their depth, I'm looking at Rui Hachimura have a career year averaging 16 points, shooting over 40 from 3, 50 from the field. I'm looking at Marcus Smart, second in the league in steals right now. They have the depth. Now you add a LeBron James who, you know, you could play him in any position. I'm waiting to see him at the forward position in the pick and roll with Luka Doncic. So, again, yes, LeBron is going to put them there. But here's my question to you, Tim. When you look at the Western Conference, how many teams can you actually say that are that much better than the Los Angeles Lakers besides OKC and Denver?
I'd say those two for sure,
Yeah.
and probably Houston at their best. I'd probably give them the edge too, but that's a great point. I think what happened to them the other night in Oklahoma City.
We're trauma bonded over there.
Yeah, a little bit, because we got a chance to hang out with the Lakers before the game a little bit, talk to JJ. You could tell there was a very, almost a giddy confidence. Like, hey, let's see what this Oklahoma City defense has for us, because we're playing so well offensively. And two guys that were rolling the way Luka and Austin Reeves were, dominating paint touches off the dribble. And that was cold water dumped in their face. Okay, and I understand it's the best defensive team in the league. I get that. But here's where I've noticed it. They were not able to penetrate the outer shell at all. And LeBron James is going to penetrate that. Even some of the early stuff when LeBron's coming up the floor, he can split two guys.
Right.
You could see Luka doesn't play fast enough to do that early. Austin Reeves isn't strong enough. LeBron can penetrate a shell like that to break them down to create more paint points, because that was a totally different style and number that they were used to on Wednesday night. And I think now getting LeBron back solves some of that, a lot of that.
We're watching that game and saying, okay, it looked like the Lakers are missing a little bit of power. What is LeBron James's game? It is bringing that power, even in a historic year 23 here. And Raptors last night against the Cavaliers. Barnes went for 28 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists, 5 blocks in the win. Now, Toronto is 6-1 since Halloween, with all 6 wins coming by double digits. They're now just a half game out of second place in the East. And I know one NBA champ that's not surprised at all about what's going on up north.
Previously on Jurassic Park.
But Big Perk, that sounds like a job for a big list of who is a beast of the Eastern Conference.
Coming in at number 5. Bam! Put it up there. The Toronto Raptors. I have them making the playoffs this year, being the top 6 seed in the Eastern Conference. Brandon Ingram, R.J. Barrett, Emmanuel Quickly, Scotty Barnes. A lot of people are sleeping on the Raptors. I am not.
Simply majestic.
Oh, who? Oh, me. Hype me up, Malika. Hey, Gorilla Glow. Shout out to Gorilla Glow. She got not only me hyped, but she got her man Brandon Ingram and the Toronto Raptors hyped. Damn it, they're making noise in the Eastern Conference right now. We're talking about a team that is playing on both sides of the floor. They're number 3 in the league in assists. But just watch this scramble right here. I don't even know the defense that they're in, but they have the athleticism. They have the length. They have the will and drive to force a miss right here. And then check this out. They're number 1 in the league in transition baskets. Scotty Barnes, a.k.a. Baby Giannis. Look at this contest right here. Blocks this shot. This is Evan Mobley, by the way. He gets out in transition. Brandon Ingram hits him with a perfect pass. On time, on target, in stride. You're watching this Raptor team. They're playing with high energy. They're feeding off the energy of their coach. Their 8th offensive rating, 5th defensive rating since Halloween.
Well, Perk,
Hype me up.
Jurassic
Gorilla
Perk. Jurassic Perk might be one of my new favorite nicknames here, because the
Trying to say.
Raptors, I mean, maybe you're onto something. They sit at 6th, right? They're clearly in the playoff picture. They're out of the play-in picture, and they're nipping at the heels of one of the top of the conference. So that includes also the Atlanta Hawks, who took care of the Utah Jazz last night, getting their 4th straight win thanks to a huge night from Jalen Johnson. The Hawks had an incredible performance. Atlanta got their 4th straight win of the year. They took care of the Jazz. And Jalen Johnson, he flirted with a quadruple-double. 31, 18, 14, and 7 steals in the win. That seems like video game numbers, Brian. Jalen Johnson, he put up a stat line that we've never seen in league history. Nobody has ever put up 30, 15, 10, and 7 in any game ever. So when you make history like that, you know how you have to celebrate. You have to jump on NBA Today. Jalen, we really appreciate the time. Thank you for stopping by.
I appreciate you guys having me.
4 different categories that you record a career high in. That's absolutely wild, especially in year 5 of your career. Do you think that this is the best basketball you've ever played?
I think it's just a start. It's definitely not where I want to, it was a great game yesterday, but I definitely want to just keep moving forward in the right direction.
I'm always curious, is it something where you get off the bus and you're feeling a certain way? Is it something when you're going through your pregame workouts? When do you know that you're going to have a night like that?
I mean, I just knew it was going to be a tough one coming on a back-to-back. on the back end of it. And I was just trying to help my team win. We knew we needed a dub, and we want to have a good road trip.
It's not necessarily a surprise to see that leap you're making, because last season you're one of 4 players to average 18, 10, and 5. You also have a chance to take all of those numbers to go up, right, if you keep playing like this. How are you able to impact the game, do you think, in so many ways?
I think the main thing is I do whatever it takes to win. Whatever the game calls for me to do that game, I take pride in, whether that's passing, scoring, defending, whatever it may look like. It may look different each night, but the main thing is I just want to help my team win.
And you guys are doing that, because winners of 4 straight, despite being down your offensive engine here in Trae Young. And you've actually made a big leap here, right? You went from the bottom 10 in scoring to the top 10 in scoring since Halloween. So what do you think's been the key to this turnaround?
I mean, we're just all buying in. We're taking film sessions very seriously, and more importantly, we're translating those film sessions into our next game, and we're executing our game plans as best we can. So I think that's a big thing for us, and we just got to continue to build off each win and focus on one game at a time.
I remember in the NBA Finals, I was talking to Tyrese Halliburton, and he made a comment in passing, and I don't think he meant it as a huge diss, but he essentially said, you know, we want to prove that we're here for a reason. He said, we don't want to be the Atlanta Hawks from 2021, who was there for a second and then went away. How do you collectively want to work as a team to be lasting in a wide-open Eastern Conference, as opposed to being someone who maybe shows up here when the East is a little bit of a weaker year?
Yeah, I think the main thing is just focus on one game at a time. Mm-hmm. It's a long season. We don't want to get too ahead of ourselves and focus on things down the road. But what we can control is one game at a time, and our next focus is Sunday at Phoenix.
Sunday at Phoenix, and Phoenix has been playing incredibly good basketball lately, so it's going to be fun to watch that. Jalen, it's not just your stats that we should have known, okay, he's going to be leveling up, but your name, too. It seems like all Jalen's are ballers in the league right now. We know Jalen Rose. He says his mom was the one who sort of made this up, but you got Jalen Brunson, Jalen Brown, Jalen Williams, Duren, Green. Hands down the best name in the game right now, right?
Sure. Hands down, without a doubt.
So you're part of the Jalen fraternity, but you're also part of the Duke fraternity, the brotherhood there as well. So if you look at this list of current NBA players, what hypothetical team do you think you would give the edge to? Would it be Team Jalen, that has yourself, Brunson, Williams, Duren, Green, Suggs, Brown, Wells? Or would it be Team Duke?
That's a tough one.
Right?
I probably have to go with Team Jalen.
Okay. We're going with Team Jalen. I mean, the Blue Devils might give you a little bit of a tough time, but we're going with Team Jalen for this one. I can tell you this, that is a game that I would tune in for. Jalen Johnson, you've been playing incredible ball this year. We really appreciate you taking the time, and we look forward to seeing you against the Phoenix Suns.
I appreciate you having me.
Now, the Sixers, they need a win after dropping their first Cup game, but the Pistons have been one of the league's toughest defenses. Detroit's 10-2 start, they are rolling, and Philly's shorthanded without Joel Embiid. Remember, both Cade Cunningham and Jalen Duren are questionable for this contest. So for more, let's welcome in our ESPN reporter, Tim Bontemps. Tim, let's talk about the Sixers side of all of this first. What is the latest you can tell us on Joel Embiid's status?
Yeah, as you just laid out there, Malika, we'll see if the league-leading Pistons have Cade Cunningham and Jalen Duren tonight, but the Sixers will not have either Joel Embiid or Paul George. As you see there on the screen, Embiid is going to miss his 3rd straight game with right knee soreness tonight against Detroit. You know, earlier this week, the Sixers said he's day-to-day with soreness in that knee, and there's no structural issues with it. Now, remember, this is the other knee from the one that's given Embiid problems the last couple of years, so it initially popped up that the other knee was giving him problems. There was some concern that this could potentially be some longer-term thing. Does not appear, though, that it will be, so hopefully he is back for the Sixers sometime next week. And the same could be said for Paul George. He still needs another week to strengthen that left leg, that left quad after he had off-season knee surgery. He's yet to play this season. He's going to get reevaluated next week, and potentially the Sixers could have both of their max players on the court sometime soon, along with Tyrese Maxey, who, as you said earlier, has had a great start to the season, is up near the league leaders in scoring. Yeah, the Sixers have had a much better start to their season and been able to stay afloat without their 2 main guys. It's a very different story than what we saw last year. Let's stick in the East here, Tim, because the Knicks, they're hosting the Heat tonight. It's in group play. What more can you tell us about how New York is approaching Jalen Brunson's ankle injury here? How much time is he going to miss? Well, as Sham said yesterday, as you can see there on the screen, he's going to be evaluated day to day going forward. And there's definitely some concern. You see here when Jalen got hurt the other night against Orlando, he left the arena with a walking boot on. And remember, this is the same ankle that cost Jalen Brunson 15 games last season and looked like it gave him some issues at times during the playoffs, although he was able to play through the Knicks' run to the conference finals and obviously had a great postseason. But Malika, Jalen Brunson, obviously, it goes without saying, is a gigantic part of what the Knicks do. When he is on the court, the Knicks have an offensive rating of 123. That would be first in the NBA, and their third-ranked overall offense in the league because of that. But when he's off the court, Malika, rating drops to 110. That's 25th. Same rating as the Sacramento Kings. So that is a significant gap, obviously, and something we'll see if the Knicks can bridge tonight when they begin this stretch without Jalen Brunson against the Miami Heat at the Garden.
What are you trying to say about the Kings, Tim? Just kidding. Just kidding. Thank you so much for stopping by NBA Today. The Knicks will, though. They're going to have to lean on their experience without Brunson to get through this next stretch of games. The Knicks showed last season they were up to the task. They went 11-6 in games without their all-NBA point guard. So, Brian, this stretch without Brunson, what's it going to tell us about these New York Knicks?
Yeah, so with this new offense with Mike Brown, they have really activated Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby. Their offense is way more a part of what they're doing, so that's really good. The thing is, even though Jalen Brunson's usage rate or his minutes have gone down a little bit, his usage rate is up. They're relying on him as much as ever. So, look, they do have Miles McBride. Tyler Kolek has gone from not being a factor at all to having some moments, so they're going to lean on their backups here, but they're also going to lean on their highly paid wing players who they're going to need more offensive creation out of.
Right, and one of those, OG Anunoby, we saw have to have a huge role when Jalen Brunson was out last season, Legs. What exactly could that look like here?
Yeah, here's why it's going to be important for OG Anunoby to dial it back to what he did last year. Second half of the year, he had a 6-week stretch where he averaged over 23 points a game when they had guys out. And how did he do it? He took advantage of early driving opportunities, more so than he would if Brunson's on the floor. And this is a good push here by McBride. I love this. But here's where Anunoby is so good. You're going to see him start to come into the picture right here on the trail. He is so good at attacking closeout defenders. And you don't see him do this as much if Brunson's on the floor because they're going to get into a half-court set. When he catches this ball, he's going to put his head down and he's going to attack this big right here. And when he's really rolling and aggressive, he doesn't even have regard right here for the back two defenders. He doesn't care. He's got one thing on his mind right now. He's going to get past one, and then he's going to step through two more and get to the rim because of the aggressive scoring mindset. The other area that I think you're going to see him take advantage of as long as Brunson's out, the early throw ahead. It doesn't happen as much when Brunson's on the floor. But here's an example. He catches the basketball right here on the wing. And actually, if you look at the defense, they're in pretty good position, right? 4 guys ahead of the ball and a 5th over here. But OG Anunoby recognizes that the big is going to be lifted as he starts to put it down. Here's the only shot blocking presence on the floor. Anunoby knows he can just overpower the defender, get to them. Now watch this, the best part's at the end. He misses. Watch the athleticism. The second jump, he beats everybody to the ball, gets his own putback. So I think you're going to see Anunoby be much more aggressive early in possessions with his driving ability because he can overwhelm guys physically.
And that's what we saw last year when Jalen Brunson was out. That's a perfect example. But Karl-Anthony Towns, Perk, he looks more comfortable maybe in this new Knicks offense now that he has a couple more games under his belt under Mike Brown's system.
He do? I mean, you said that this system activated who?
Bridges and Anunoby.
Well, it seemed like it deactivated Karl-Anthony Towns because his points are down right now. And I'm looking at this league and what it takes to win a title, especially with Brunson being out. The most important position in the league is the big man position, center or power forward. So I'm looking at Karl-Anthony Towns, and this is his moment to show why he's one of the most skilled big to ever play the game of basketball and show his engagement. And when I say his engagement, being locked in, not just on the offensive end, but on both ends of the floor, defensively as well. I ain't gonna look at the game that they lost to, that last game that they lost to Orlando, but the game before that, 3 steals, 2 blocks. Like, they need him to be consistently good on both ends of the floor, and now he needs to take his play up to Giannis-type numbers, in my opinion, and he could do it.
It seems like they're trying to play him almost in like a Sabonis type of role, Brian.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things that Carl has not done before, and that was one of the things that he wasn't sure. But I will say this, Mike Brown's offense worked in Sacramento. It turned them into a turbocharged offense.
Well, as Tim just laid out, their offense is
working in Cleveland. So, I mean, in New York. So some of it is the player trusting the coach.
But look, let me say this. For a big man, you like to feel good, right?
Didn't they used to say they ran the first play for you?
All the time, all the time. But I wouldn't call Anthony Towns, and we know Karl-Anthony Towns is an emotional guy, right? I got a ring, he don't. So Karl-Anthony Towns is an emotional guy, but sometimes you have to stroke their ego a little bit, right? And you have to feed them to get the best on the defensive side of things, though.
He's got a $200 million contract.
He's trying to look for extension, too.
Well, that's all happening tonight. But how about next Wednesday? We have Kevin Durant and the Rockets going to be taking on Cleveland, Donovan Mitchell and the Cavs. That's at 7 o'clock Eastern. And then the Knicks, they're in Dallas taking on AD, Cooper Flagg, and the Dallas Mavericks. Tim Legler, he is going to be on the call for that second game here that tips off at 6:30 Eastern with NBA Countdown. And Legs, all season long, you have had one of the best seats in the house at NBA games. It's been so fun to watch you and hear you on the calls. But I'm curious if you can give us a little bit of that Tim Legler vision now that you're here in studio. Your top takeaways from being courtside for all of these games.
Well, I think first just the individual offensive eruptions, and from a team standpoint as well. Here early in the year, 5 guys already topped 50 points. And I think a big part of it is the free throws. And take a look at this. Malika, last year, the Denver Nuggets led the league in free throw attempts per game at 23. This year, 24 teams are taking more than the league leader last year. So the whistle's been favorable, and I say that because it's played into a lot of these big scoring nights individually for guys. And look, you expect Shea to do it, and we called that game 55. And you expect Jokic to do it. He had 55.
Sure.
But then you get guys like Lauri Markkanen and Aaron Gordon and Austin Reeves doing it as well. So right now, the offense absolutely at a premium. Guys taking advantage of the whistle a little bit.
Okay, that's one.
Second thing for me, Austin Reeves is going to get that money. He's going to get that money, man. And look, I know he struggled against Oklahoma City, but a lot of guys are going to do that. But take a look at what he has done this year. And for me, it was the Minnesota game that stood out more than any because Luka didn't play. We know LeBron is sidelined. 28 points, 16 assists. He completely controlled the game against a team with some elite perimeter defenders and hit the buzzer beater when everybody in the building knew that he was going to take the last shot. He's made himself a ton of money. A max player, Austin Reeves has turned himself into. And then the last thing, the Oklahoma City Thunder coming out of the gate the way that they have. Look, if it wasn't for blowing a 20-point lead against Portland, they're undefeated.
Without all their guys.
They're undefeated and they're shorthanded. Their depth is almost unfair. And now look what's happened here at the start of the year. A guy like A.J. Mitchell has emerged, taking advantage of this extra opportunity for minutes with Jalen Williams sideline. But they did that the other night to the Lakers. We've been talking about it. Without Lou Dort, a first-team all-defensive player, and without Jalen Williams, one of the best defenders in the league. So this is rare for a champion to start that following year the way that Oklahoma City has, just incredibly dominant.
They're on pace for 75 wins if this holds. And as J-Dub reminded us in that walk-off interview, he goes, don't worry, ESPN, I still play basketball. Oklahoma City, it was so impressive what they were able to do to the Los Angeles Lakers. This is a team that is taken very seriously, starting over on the defensive end. They said they want to build their principles day by day, and we've certainly seen the inner circle of NBA history. And this got our big man, our big perk, thinking. I think it's time for Big Perk's Big List.
Damn it, it's not your list. It's Big Perk's list. There's actually rules to this, okay? You will speak when spoken to. Give me some energy. Bam. That's it? Bam! 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 Put it up there. It's not your list. It's mine. Hello, world. It's me, Morris Chestnut, 300-pound version, a.k.a. Mr. Handsome. Hey, look, now there's rules here. We all go participate. You will speak when spoken to.
Yeah.
What's the next rule? You will bring the energy that is needed. Otherwise, you will never, ever be back on this segment again, okay? This is not your list. This is my list. Big Perk's big list of top MVP candidates right now.
Let's go.
So I overreact. It's early. I don't give a damn. That's who I am. Malika, I need you standing close. Give me some energy.
Bam!
Put it up there. Luka Doncic, averaging 34 points, 8 and 9. Okay, 8 and 9 right now. The Lakers are a top seed in the Western Conference, top 4 or 5 seed in the Western Conference, doing it without LeBron James. Skinny Luka has been on a tear, putting the world on notice, leading the league in scoring. Right now, at this moment, he got the Lakers playing some damn good basketball. Wendy, you close, you know how we rocking.
Bam!
Put it up there. Damn it, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek freak, the most dominant player in the game right now, averaging 33 points, 11 rebounds, and 6 assists, so he's making people around him better. He got the Bucks with a 7-4 record in the Eastern Conference. He's embodying and empowering others around him. They're playing exceptionally well. He's at number 4. Legs, where you at? I need your energy. I ain't seen you. I missed you now.
Blazam!
I like it. I like that, and I like that suit. Cade Cunningham.
Oh, look at this.
Cade Cunningham. Damn it, they number 1 in the Eastern Conference. He's averaging 27 points, 9 assists, and 5 rebounds. And guess what? He looks unguardable right now. I've been waiting for that one American to step up and be in the MVP conversation and hold it down. It has been this young man right here. Shanae, come on up here with them red shoes. Hey. Put it up there. Jokic, the most skilled big ever. I know he had 55 the other night in 3 quarters, but the man is averaging 28 points, 13 assists, and 10 rebounds.
Unreal.
He's leading the league in assists and rebounds. Yeah, first team all whack body. One of the greatest centers of all time. He got his team number 2 in the Western Conference, and that's number 1. Bam! Shea Butter, SGA. The man went to the finals last year, y'all. He led the league in scoring MVP, and guess what? He got his team with the best record in the league without the second best player, and Jalen Williams hadn't touched the floor. And this guy right now is averaging 32 points, and he hasn't missed a single game. So again, you could get in your feelings. This is not Wendy list, Legs list, Malika list, or Shanae list. This is Big Perk's list of early MVP candidates.
I have one question as you box me out.
And I got an answer.
Okay. Did you at one point have Victor Wembanyama up here early in the season?
I did, but I had to go and look, you know what I'm saying? His numbers dropped a little bit.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He ranked 13 in the league in scoring. He had 8
They're like top 3, I think, in the West.
Ryan, you had a big reaction when Cade Cunningham's name
Listen,
was
like it's appropriate. Like I hadn't thought about it, but this, he's earned it to this point.
Legs?
I love the list. I really do, except
Talk to me.
I think I'd have to flip-flop these.
I ain't mad at it.
It is a coin toss.
It's a coin toss. I ain't mad at it. It was hard. It was hard.
I mean, this man is shooting almost 80% on 2-point shots.
Yeah.
He's leading the league
Almost
in
80%
rebounds and
on
assists.
2-point shots is absolutely insane.
Can I also say, though, Perk?
Yeah.
If this man brings his team to number 1 in the East.
They are. They are number 1.
You know what I mean? No, like continually over the course of the season. That's going to be one of the best stories in the NBA.
Perk, this is your list. If you don't like it, you can argue with your mama. But we got a PSA for all. It's been a heck of a week. We have some NBA news we need to get to because Steph's a free agent, sort of. Steph Curry and Under Armour, they've mutually agreed to end their 13-year partnership effective immediately. Now, Curry's standalone endeavor Curry brand will move independently forward. His shoes will release as planned. Under Armour are during 2026, but he is now entering free agency. We now welcome in our Shams Charania. So, Shams, what more can you tell us about Steph Curry and Under Armour parting ways? What happens now?
Malika, Stephen Curry and Under Armour have been discussing this. It's been in the works for some time for both sides to move forward separately, in part because Stephen Curry felt like he had desires at Curry Brand, his own endeavor, that needed to be fulfilled at another domain. And all of the big companies around the country, around the world, will be involved and interested here. We'll meet with Stephen Curry. That does include Nike, where Stephen Curry started his NBA career before leaving for Under Armour. So something of a full circle moment there. But this won't be a traditional deal wherever Stephen Curry ends up as a sneaker free agent, because he wants to partner his own brand, the Curry brand, post his NBA career. And as it stands right now, Stephen Curry, I'm told, does have the freedom to wear any shoe, any brand that he wants. And I expect him to do so, at least off the court, over the next year.
Oh, wow. See, we could be seeing Steph Curry in like a Kobe or something, maybe warming up or in the tunnel. That's not necessarily something that we've seen before. This is going to be very interesting. Sneakerheads everywhere are following this story very closely. Shams, thank you very much. All right, so while we wait to see what's next for the Curry brand, I'm curious, Sinead, do you got a favorite basketball shoe, a favorite sneaker?
Everyone knows I'm Team Adidas,
Yes,
and I have to go with Kobe Bryant's first ever signature shoe, the Crazy 8s. To me, it's just like the zigzag, what represents what Kobe played in, I think, the 98 All-Star game. That shoe right there was culture. It was like, I have arrived. That is my absolute favorite shoe.
For me, listen, I'll be the first one to admit, I'm not a big sneaker head, okay? I'm just not. brand that was popular when I started wearing shoes was Converse. Everybody in the league wore Converse, right? So I wore those. I like the Curry brand a lot, actually, but the Jordans, if I go Jordans, it's a Jordan 11 is my favorite, man. The first one with the patent leather, a little bit of blue on the bottom. I don't like the Jordans with the red in it as much. The black, white, clean look, little bit of blue on the sole. That was my favorite Jordan shoe.
Look, I second that. I keep J's on my feet. I hope Jordan starts sending me my packages back. I gotta go with the Jordan 4. That's my favorite shoes. I got a closet full of them, the 4s. I love the 1s. I love all the J's, but I'm going with the 4s.
We've got USC students in studio here. None of them know who this guy is, but when I was a kid, D. Brown in the slam dunk contest, Reebok pumps.
Pump them up?
With the Reebok pumps. This is an iconic moment right here. Iconic moment for young Brian. He dreamed of being able to dunk like that.
Hey, Converse made a shoe one time with React juice, right, in the back, and it started leaking in practice. You remember they shut down an NBA game one night because the React juice was leaking on the court.
It was leaking?
Yeah, and dudes were slipping, falling all over the place. Yes, Converse had it.
All right. I mean, for me, I think we're going with the Kobe 6s, but y'all know what day it is? You check the calendar?
It's the 4th.
Friday.
Let me hear you, girl.
It's Friday. You know what that means.
That's pretty interesting. That's Sasuke! What it do, baby? I got 5 kids. I ain't scared of nobody. It's on wall.
Every basket I have to like earn with meat.
What? Damn.
It's Friday, so let's have some fun. It's our hit game, Who Said That? We're going to take a look at some quotes and ask our esteemed contestants who said that. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Let's do it. First, we need to take a look at our leaderboard here.
Yikes.
Yikes.
Yikes. Yikes.
0 for 3 down at the bottom. Girl, I believe in you. Today is the day. Perk,
It's going to be the day.
we're going to start with you.
It ain't how you start, it's how you finish.
All right. Perk, we've got this one for you. Who said this, quote, "We've all been trying. I've been trying my ass off on defense. Sometimes you need the right personnel out there. I mean, you're not going to ask Rudy Gobert to average 30.
Oh, his teammate. That's all Anthony Edwards.
Do you think
That's all Anthony Edwards.
Anthony Edwards?
Oh.
Man, you took the bait. You took the bait.
Don't talk, Schlegler.
We've all been trying.
Be
I've been
nice.
trying my ass off on defense, but sometimes you need the right personnel out there. You're not going to ask Rudy Gobert to go out there and average 30.
Better luck next time.
You know what?
Perk.
It's been too many sound bites coming from Sacramento.
That is true.
That
is true.
Here.
On the floor.
My girl needs a win. Sinead, who said this quote? "I was shooting short in the first half, and then I tried to shoot a couple rainbow moon balls over him. I didn't make any of them." Steph, Katie, Austin Reeves.
Oh, man. Oh, this is tough. I'm going to go with Steph.
Was it Steph Curry? Please give this one to my girl. Yes! Yes!
gosh.
She got it! She got it!
Atta girl.
I'm going
shooting
off of their
short in the first
competition.
half. Then I tried to shoot a couple rainbow moon balls over him. I didn't make any of them.
Well done.
I'm on the board.
On the board, everybody.
For conviction next time, though.
Mr.
No,
Winters,
not at all.
I got one
It was
for
luck.
you.
Yes, please.
All right, who said this quote? "It looks bad on paper. It looks bad on the film. This is one of them games where, yeah, the food is going to taste bad tonight." Was it Draymond? Was it DeAndre Ayton? Was it Naz Reid? A couple of stinkers lately.
Put it up there. DeAndre Ayton.
Was it DeAndre Ayton? You knew.
You better check those stats, Perk. You better check those stats. You better read those stats.
Paper and it looks bad on film. So this is one of them games where, yeah, the food gonna taste bad tonight.
It's a sneaky good quote. All right, Legs, I got one for you. Are you ready?
Legs.
All right, Legs, who said this quote? "If they stop something, I have a few counters. And if they stop those, I have a few more counters." Was it Donovan Mitchell? Was it Jalen Brunson? Or was it Shai Gilgeous-Alexander?
Could be any of these guys, but I think the dude with the most counters I'm going to go with is this man right here, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
All right, was it Shai?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And he would say something like this.
Coming in with
If they stop
some
something,
wins.
I have a few counters.
He ain't
And if
lying.
they stop those, I have a few more counters.
He's got counter moves for the counters.
All right.
All right, Shanae.
1, 2, 3. 3 out of 4.
Yes, 3 out of 4. The last one's for everybody. Should we, though? It's hard for me to knock the guys for dribbling off their foot. What do you say? Hey, man, don't dribble off your foot. That's unproductive for me to say. Think about it, but before you guys answer, Sinead, do you want to bring maybe phone a friend, ask for a little help?
Yes, we have the USC School of Journalism shadowing me today, so come on in for some help.
All right.
All right, we got to make a pick, guys.
Got to make a pick.
What are we going to do?
Y'all aren't mic'd, so what are we going to do here? Are we doing Nick Nurse?
Nick Nurse,
Will Hardy,
or Billy Donovan?
Or Billy Donovan.
What are we going with?
None of these guys went to USC.
They said Billy.
Billy Donovan?
Billy.
Was it Billy Donovan? Guys!
Oh!
Coming in with Will Hardy!
They've got a lower percentage than me now. Oprah.
It's hard for me to knock the guys, dribbling off your foot.